very valued right now. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's do our shoulders. We'll do some circles here. We have Lori joining us on Zoom. Do some deep stretching here, right? Pull the forwards, the shoulders forward, pull them back. Really kind of check in to see how you're feeling today. Notice if there's any tightness, any stiffness, or if it feels loose, if you feel some extra energy today. And change direction. Oh, we need another chair. Oh, thank you. We've got another person coming in.
How do you want us to adjust here?
Thank you, Luann. It's always good to have more people.
Nice.
It is nice. We got a nice big group here today. All right, let's do our full arms now. I'm gonna do big circles. And again, pull those arms back as far as you can. Reach them up, pull them forward. And as you do, pull and stretch through the back. Really just kind of warm up the body, but also feel how your body is today. We want to be aware of how we feel, and so that our exercise is going to match that and change direction. And we have Sandy coming in. Nice. And go ahead and rest your hands. Sorry, I'm just taking care of some stuff here. Rest your hands on your knees and go ahead and look over one shoulder. And then look back forward and look over the other shoulder. Look back forward. And we'll continue just a couple more times. We're going to look over one shoulder and engage those eyes, right? Look a little further, come back forward, look over the other shoulder. That way the muscles around the eyes begin to warm up too. We want to keep those muscles active around the eyes. And let's switch to looking up. And so go ahead and tilt that chin up towards the ceiling, stretch it out. And bring that chin to the chest. And back up. And down. Do it a couple more times on your own. Really extend that chin out. Feel that stretch all the way through the chest. You can drop the shoulders down. And then when you bring the chin to the chest, bring the shoulders forward just a little bit. Feel that stretch across the back also. And when you're done, go ahead and bring the head back to neutral. Nice. We spend a lot of times looking in this direction here, which causes a lot of tension in the neck. And so we want to stretch that out. All right, let's go ahead and hang onto the chair, lift one arm up, and go ahead and lean over. And lean a little bit more, but don't let that hip rise up. Push that hip down. And go ahead and let's switch sides. So this hand hangs onto the chair, opposite arm lifts up, and we lean over. Lean a little further, push that hip down. And come back up. Let's do that first side again. Lift that arm up and lean over. You take your palm that's lifted up and push it towards the ceiling. As you do, push that hip down. And let's switch sides. So we lean over first. Once we can't lean any further, then we push that palm up and push that hip down. Feel that stretch all the way across the core. And bring the body back upright. Let's go ahead and lift both arms up. Face your palms towards me. I'm going to bring my body back in the chair so that I can push my hands back a little bit further. You feel that opening across the chest here. And bring those hands back to the knees. Nice. Let's go ahead and work our spine a little bit. We're going to go ahead and do our cat-cows. And so I'm going to pull my body forward, arching, looking up. And then I'm going to push, curling the shoulders around, bringing that head down. And go ahead and move your body back and forth. And find a pace that feels good for you. Right now, we're just warming the body up. Not moving too fast yet. But you really want to feel each little vertebrae uncoil as you move back and forth, kind of like a snake would. It's good to see such a nice sized class. It reminds me of pre-COVID, when we'd have like 10, 11 people in here. And one last time, both directions, arching forward, curling back, and then find yourself in that back upward position. And let's position ourselves nice and strong here, right? So we make sure our ears are placed right over the shoulders. Shoulders are right above the hips. And then from the hips, the knees come out and the ankles are rested right beneath those knees. All right. Let's go ahead and lift that rib cage up and we'll do some circles here. Now it looks like I'm circling with my shoulders, but that energy is initiated in the rib cage. So that rib cage is circling the hips. This is going to help loosen up all those muscles in the core, also starting to loosen up the hips. Go ahead and find a place that feels good to stop and change direction. And we don't make that change too subtle, too quickly, right? We want to slowly change our direction. And do one more full circle and find yourself back in the center. All right, going to work our core just a bit. So I'm coming up to the front just so I have a little bit of room. And you can't see I've got this big sweatshirt on, but I'm going to push my belly out and pull the belly in. Now my hips are not moving, just the belly is pushing out, pulling in, push out, pull in. If you ate breakfast, you might have some gurgling, but this is really good for the core.
I was trying to turn on the light.
Is that one?
Thank you.
So go ahead and push that belly out, pull it in, push it out, pull it in. There we go. Push out, pull in, push out, pull. And let's try it a little faster. Push, pull, back and forth. This is a great way to create some heat in the core. If you ever are feeling a chill, you do this nice and fast. Helps with digestion. Helps to build the strength in this area. And find yourself resting now. And take just a moment to rest that area. All right, now we're going to be moving the hips, and this is a little more subtle. And so I'm going to tilt the hips forward, and I'm going to tilt the hips back. So it feels almost like the cat-cow, but now it's not the spine that's initiating this movement, it's the hips. So it's like I'm tucking my tailbone, and then I'm tilting my hips forward, tucking my tailbone, hips forward. So if I were to go sideways, you can see the hips moving ever so slightly. This is really good for the lower back, also strengthening that pelvic area. So it's a really subtle movement, but this is a great way to strengthen the core, right? These are those muscles that are down low that we don't often work. And this is a safe way to build these muscles down here. And I'm putting my hands here because it helps me feel that movement. You don't have to, you can just put your hands on your lap. I like to feel that motion, then I know for sure that I'm pushing as far as I can. All right, one more, both directions. And bring your back together. All right, let's go ahead and warm our hips and our legs up just a bit. I'm going to scoot back now so my legs can swing. Let's do circles. This is going to help warm up the joints, the knees, and change direction. Again, find a place that feels good. No sudden moves. Everything's nice and smooth. And let's take that circle down to the ankles. So just the ankles are moving. And change direction. Go ahead and point those toes towards me. Flex them back. Point your heels towards me. Toes, heels. And so you should be feeling the front of the legs and the back of the legs engaged as you switch from the toes to the heels. So we're warming those muscles up, also getting the joints lubricated, ready for these exercises. One more point, and really point it. I want to feel it all the way up into your thighs now. Push through the heels. I want to feel it in the back of the hamstrings. And lower those feet. Nice, good work. Got a little peek. Let's go ahead, open those arms up. We're gonna do some circles. Now let's visualize we've got some heavy weights. Grab those heavy kettlebells, maybe 10, 15 pounds, and we'll do some small circles. I was reminded, I was watching a video and they were talking about how athletes move through those exercises before they do them. Like a basketball player will see himself making that basket. And when they look at the brain is acting as if the athlete's actually doing that and the muscles are responding. So really visualize that you have these heavy weights. Let's go to medium-sized circles, still holding those heavy weights. Use your mind to help build a stronger body. And let's do big circles. Still holding those heavy weights. We're going to do one full circle. Stop at the bottom. Let your weights go. Turn those palms up. Let's change direction. Big circles going in the other direction. Now feel that energy going from your heart out through the middle finger. Energy from your heart extending out. You notice different muscles are engaged. And we'll move to medium-sized circles. We haven't picked up the weights yet, but you guys can feel this, huh? And let's do small circles, palms still up. It's just challenging leaving the palms up. It's not a comfortable move, so the arms are being challenged just a bit. And rest those arms. Whew, good work. You guys are getting warm now, huh? Okay. If you ever feel any tension or tightness, just go ahead and work it out. You can tap it or you can kind of move it. We don't want the muscles to become tight during the exercises. All right. Let's get our trays. Palms are as flexed as you can, as if you're carrying a tray of margaritas. It's dry January, so we have something different, right? So we've got teas or something. All right, so we're going to push both hands up towards the ceiling. As we do, one leg lifts up and it comes down together, and then the opposite leg comes up. You don't have to lift quite as high. Okay, let's do 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both sides. And rest. Let's put those hands out to the side. Still flexing. So I'm trying to touch my shoulder blades together. Elbows are pulling way back so that I can flex my hands. I'm going to push those walls away. And then those walls are going to push against my hands coming back in. So I have resistance both directions. As I do this, both legs are going to raise. And I'm not lifting the knee. I'm actually lifting the feet so that my legs go out straight. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And keep those hands up. We're going to push forward. And same thing, those feet are going to raise up as you pull them back. Let's do another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and pull it back in. All right, rest those arms. Ooh, good job. You can feel the shoulders, little deltoid muscles working, right? I'm going to bring my body to the front of the chair. We're going to do a movement where we go across our body. Remember, whenever you cross your midline, you're actually making connections in the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. And so I'm going to take my right hand, go all the way across to the left side. Visualize that I'm grabbing a rope. I'm going to pull that rope down to my hip. I'm going to switch, grab that rope from the opposite side, pull it down. Let's do this for 10. Now my legs are nice and wide, so I can get a nice little twist here. You can do however it feels comfortable for you today. Let's do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one, reach super high, grab it, pull it down. Nice. Go ahead and take a little rest here. I'm gonna knock my eye out with these strings. All right, let's go ahead and add our legs now. And so we're gonna reach across. As we reach across, that same leg's gonna extend out. And then we're gonna pull. Visualize that everything's gonna meet at this center core right here, pulling it back in. Let's do one side for 10, and then we'll do the other side. So each side gets 10, but we're gonna do one side at a time. So find that place that feels good. Take a deep breath in, relax the shoulders. Let's do 10. 1, pull it in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the way back in. Feel like 4, pulling everything in. Let's do the other side. 1, pulling it in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. 8, 9, 10. All the way back in. Good work. All right. I love to see that even though you guys have some challenges, sometimes you have surgeries or different things, that you still keep pushing your body, challenging it. Good work, everybody. All right. I'm sitting back just a little bit. I'm going to rest my hands on my knees. I'm going to pull those hands back. Be careful that you don't hit the back of your chair. So kind of place yourself where you feel good. We're going to pull, trying to touch those shoulder blades together, but I'm working these chest muscles here. I'm going to pull, push the hands back. Now remember, you can visualize that you've got something heavy. That's going to add a little bit more resistance, helping build those muscles. Let's do this for 10. 1, push it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way back. Let's do one side. So I'm going to pull, which means I can go back a little further. In fact, why don't you go ahead and look that direction, and then we come back, and then we're going to look in the other direction. So I'm just adding a little bit more work on the side muscles here. Let's do this for 10. 1, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way back. All right, let's bring our bodies to the front of the chair. This move looks very similar. We're going to add a little more twist to the spine. My hand is on my knee, going to lift it up towards the ceiling, all the way back, touch the chair behind me, and bring that arm back. Now, each of us have different flexibility in the shoulders, so you can bring that arm out and reach back. We're still twisting the spine. If that hurts, lead with the elbow. Visualize the elbow leading back. That might take a little bit of pressure or stress off the shoulders. Let's do one side for 10. 1, tap, bring it back. 2, 3, 4. Really good for the rotator cuff. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10 and back. All right, let's do the other side. First check in, see how it feels. If it feels tight, go ahead and loosen that up, right? You can move the head, the neck, move the shoulder, tap it. Make sure it's feeling relaxed. Let's do the other side. 1, all the way back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there. 8, 9, one more. 10, and all the way back. All right. Let's go ahead and work these shoulders just a bit here. Go ahead and raise them up and drop them down. Raise them up, drop them down, up and down, up and down. Let's leave them down. Take the hands, drop them down more further. Drop the belly. Lift the head up, shoulders stay down. And relax, nice. All right, good work. Let's go ahead and grab our weights. We have different weights out here. Find some that feel comfortable for you. If you're at home, you can do these with weights. You don't have to use the weights. It's still a good workout. Just visualize that you have some heavy weights. All right. Let's go ahead and place those weights, palms facing me. Place the weights on the knees. We're going to start with our bicep curls. Let's curl up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way back down. Now let's rest our forearms on our legs. Let's do our wrists just a bit. And so I'm going to let those weights drop just a bit, and then I'm going to curl up. You don't have to do a count. Just go ahead and do it on your own, curling back and forth. Just working the wrist a little bit. When the weather is cold, sometimes the joints get stiff. And you want to loosen them up just a little bit. This will help with your grasp also. If you're finding you're having trouble opening jars, twisting things, this is going to help. Better.
I use it pliers.
I have those gripping things, but sometimes those I'll have to get a knife and like kind of pop the pressure, right? All right, bring your body back up, lift those weights back up to the knees. All right, let's do our bicep curls again. This time we're going to do 8, and we're going to add a little variation. So we're going to curl up, and we're going to lift those elbows up, open the door, and close the door, drop the elbows back to the start position. We're going to do this for a count of 8. Keep me on track, right? 1.
She's got this.
Yes.
She got there.
2. 3. In real life, we don't have isolated motions, right? 4. So it's good to practice movements together. 5. 6. 7. 1 more. 8. All the way down. Nice. Rest those forearms on your legs. Go and take a breath in here. Right now, both palms are facing up. Turn one palm down. So one palm is up, one palm is down. Let's flip-flop and switch that. And then switch again. And so nice and slow. Feel this motion in the forearm. Feel it in the wrist. Right now, we're still working on opening up those joints, hoping to loosen up the ligaments, the fascia.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it this far, so it couldn't have been. We got some cracking, snap, crackle pops going on.
Sometimes it sounds really loud and you go, oh my God.
Especially with hearing aids on.
Let's do one more, both directions. And we're going to bring those weights back up to the knees, palms facing up. All right. Well, let's add a variation here. So we're going to curl up, lift those elbows up, open up that door. We're going to close the door, but we're going to keep our arms extended as we close that door. All right. And then we just drop them back down to the start. All right. We got this. We got this. Let's do this for 6. 1. Open the doors. Close the doors. Nice and slow. Lower back to the start. 2. 3. You can feel your chest engaged. Your abs steps in 2. 4. 5. 6. Last one. Nice and strong. Open those doors. Let's close the door a little slower. Really challenge those muscles in the arms, opening the palms up and down. Whew, all right. Okay, let's go ahead and rest those forearms. One hand's down, one hand's up. So we were just flipping back and forth. Now I'm going to have you do just a little figure eight. Each hand does its own figure eight, but they're in opposite direction. One palm is up, one palm is down. If you ever watch Donna Eden, she's like this energy guru. Figure eights are powerful to move the energy in your body. You can unstick chakras. You can just bring in positive energy, pushing out stagnant energy. The figure eight is a really powerful symbol. We've got a little tiny figure eights going here, but this is good for the wrists, good for the forearms. I'll do one more figure eight all the way through and bring those weights back up to your knees. Take a deep breath in. Good job. Let's go ahead and put those palms facing each other. I'm going to do our bicep curls with our palms facing each other. I'm going to start with 10. We're just going to lift up for 10. 1, push those arms down. 2, remember resistance in both directions. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push back down. Take a deep breath in. All right, let's add a variation. We're going to bicep curl up. Once I get to our shoulders, we're going to push up towards the ceiling with lots of energy. Lower those arms back down. Push back to the knees. Let's do this for 8. 1, lots of energy. And back down. 2, 3, 4, halfway there. 5, 6, 7. I don't have your bell. You don't have your bell on today. Last one. 8. Push and back down. Nice. All right. Last one. We're going to do a count of 6. I'm going to bring my body forward because we're going to add our legs this time. So I'm going to curl up in my bicep curls. I'm going to push up like I just did. But as I do, one leg's going to lift up. Bring those arms back down. Hands come back. Curl other side and down. And we'll do this for a count of 6. Make sure you've got a nice, strong balance in your body. Deep breath in. Let's align those ears to the shoulders before we get going. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Set those weights down, shake those arms out. You guys have been working really hard. These exercises have progressed. We're doing much more difficulty in our exercises. You guys are doing well. They're hanging in there. Whew. All right. Let's rest those hands on our knees. We did a move where we pulled our arms back and pushed them forward. Same move, only now we have the weights in our hands. And let's go ahead and pull back for a count of 10. 1, push them forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest those hands. All right.
My Aikido wrist.
Yes, stretches, yes. So when it gets gloomy like this, sometimes people will experience some gloominess in their emotions. And so movement is a great antidote for that. In fact, they say that exercise is probably equal to some of the antidepressants that they give you. It's even better if you're outside, but it's rather chilly today. But moving the body is really good to elevate the emotions, the soul, just lift your spirits. All right, so we're going to pull back. I'm going to pull back both hands again. One leg's going to lift up. I'm going to push back forward. Pull back, opposite leg lifts up. Let's do this for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And rest those hands. All right, we have one more set. And this time we're going to pull both hands back. Both feet are going to come up. So you may need to adjust your body. So if you lift your feet, you don't fall out of your chair. No falling out of your chair. All right, let's pull back for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back to the start. Nice, good job. Take a deep breath in, relax out. So some of you might have seen, I'm going to come to the front. We're doing a detox. I'm on my 6th day of the detox. And so we still have the detox. We ordered new ones. So if you didn't get one, we have them. If you've done it before, you don't have to pay to see me to help you get going. You can just pay for the detox kit. So,
Yeah, I
but,
fasted over the weekend,
oh, good, good.
so I'm kind of. back
Yeah.
to my regular stuff. I'm sorry I missed the cooking thing.
That would be good. Yes.
So when you fast, you don't eat anything?
I live off of bone broth, which really helps.
So-
It helps with the, yeah, you can get bone
You can
broth.
put some onions and some celery in there, which is great for the detox too, or some
Those
herbs,
are good.
parsley, oregano, really good.
Mhm.
All right, rest those hands on your hips. So if you want to talk detox, we've got some good programs. So, okay, hands on the hips. We did this move without weights where we lift it up, but only now instead of reaching for that rope, you're going to push up towards the ceiling, pull that weight back down, push up, pull it back down. All right, let's do this for 10. 1, let's do both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, both sides. And take a rest, deep breath in. Check in with your body. Make sure that when you get fatigued, you don't start to lean forward, you don't start to hunch. Back is still nice and straight, shoulders relaxed, so ears are right above the shoulders, shoulders are above the hips. All right, we're gonna add our legs. So let's do one side. So we're gonna push up, that leg's gonna come out, pull it back in. We'll do one side for 5, and then we'll switch and do the other side. So go ahead and find that position that feels good, and let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a rest breath in between, and let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back. Nice. Whew. All right, I'm going to put both hands on one hip. These are called wood chops. And so one arm's going to come up across my body and come back down, as if we were chopping wood or playing golf, right? This is kind of a, maybe a frisbee.
Not quite that
There's some
deep.
kind of, okay. And let's do this for 8 on one arm. 1, pull it back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more. 8, back down. Let's switch those hands. But before we get going, take a deep breath in. Make sure you're in good alignment. We don't want to switch from one move to the other and not have our body in a nice, strong position. Let's do this side for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back down. Rest one hand on each hip. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. All right, let's cross those hands. Crossing the body is really good, right? Every time we cross that body, we're making connections in the brain. All right, so both hands are going to open up into that victory. Close them back down. Now, if you want to, you can alternate which side you go. Just feels a little different, challenges the brain just a bit. Let's do this for 8. 1, close it back down. 2, victory. 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there. 7, 7, 8, cross those arms and then uncross. All right, check in with the shoulders. They need to be rolled out. You need to look both directions, stretching the neck out. Deep breath in, soften the core, soften the belly. Align those ears with the shoulders. Tuck that tailbone underneath. All right, let's do some core. So I'm still at the front of my chair. I'm gonna go ahead and take those weights, put them close to my body. My feet are flat on the ground and my ankles are right beneath my knees. I'm gonna lean forward as far as it feels comfortable. And then I'm gonna pull my body up. As you pull your body up, don't use your legs, don't push against your feet. Feel your glutes pulling up. So your glutes are gonna like tighten. So you're almost as if you're pulling everything like your all of this pelvic floor will help pull everything in as you lift that body up. This is gonna strengthen the core. Lean back forward. That was 1. Let's do 10. 2. Pull everything in. 3. 4. 5. The back is straight. Don't let the back curl. 6. 7. Still tucking those glutes. 8. 9. 1 more. 10. Really pull those glutes, pull those hamstring bodies up nice and tall. Nice. All right. And let's go ahead and drop those weights to one hip. We're going to shift these weights from one side to the other. Again, using these core muscles. So as I shift these weights, my muscles feel like they're moving from one side to the other. So I'm really engaging these core muscles here. Let's do this for 10. 1. 2, use your muscles in the stomach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10, and bring them back to center. Nice. Let's go a little further. Let's pass them behind us, pulling back forward. Now you're going to feel some of the muscles in your back engaged here. So let's pass them to the person behind, bring them back forward. Pass them to the other side and back forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way back forward. Nice. Let's go ahead and drop one weight down, other weight tucks up underneath. And let's alternate sides for a count of 10. 1, 2, pull up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring your body upright. Nice. All right. We're going to work the back muscles just a bit by doing reverse flies. And so typically we're going to lean forward, but you can lean as far forward as it feels comfortable for you. The weights are just going to hang to the side. From here, we're going to lift those weights up. And we're going to focus on these back muscles pulling together in order to pull those arms up and then drop them back down slowly with control. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sit up and take a deep breath in. Check in with the body, see how it feels. If you need to loosen anything, stretch it out. We're going to lean forward again. I just wanted you to sit up so you can get a deep breath into the body. Let's go ahead and lean back down. Drop those arms to the side. This time, lead with the elbows. So now the elbows come up and you come back down. And let's do the elbows for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And sit back up, take a deep breath in. And feel into the back if you need to loosen it up. Nice. Let's go ahead and open those legs up. Let's let the weights rest in the center here. I'm gonna keep my body upright. Back is nice and straight, but don't let the back curl. Tuck that tailbone underneath. That's gonna protect your lower back. We're gonna lift these weights up over our head, up towards the ceiling. Bend the elbows and push back up towards the ceiling, all the way back down. And let's do this for 8. 1, tap those shoulder blades back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. All the way up. Let those hands go all the way back down. Nice. All right. So this time we're going to lean a little bit further forward and lean in at an angle that feels good for you. If your back is hurting a little bit, maybe your angle's up a little higher. If you're feeling like you have a little more mobility in the hips, go ahead and lean further forward. Back is nice and straight. Tuck that tailbone. Now you get to use your feet. So now your feet are touching the earth. I want you to push against the earth as you lift that body up. You should feel your legs engaged. So it's the same move, but we're using different muscles. And come all the way back down. We're leaning a little further forward. Use your legs. Let's do number 2. All the way up. And back down. 3, push with those legs. Back is straight. 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 8, all the way up. Push those weights up and let's go all the way back down. Set one weight down and bring the body back upright. Nice. All right. Today we worked our wrists just a bit. I want you to do a little bit more by taking that weight and twisting it towards you. So I've got one hand on each side. I'm just going to twist it towards me. This is a really great way to keep the wrist flexible. Let's twist, twist. We don't want to fatigue the wrist. It'll become stiff, might even become inflamed. So you don't want to push too much. Go ahead and stop and change direction. So now we're pulling or pushing away from ourselves. A little bit of weight is challenging the deltoids just a bit as you pull that weight up. And let's go ahead and push on each side. Lift those arms up. Feel the muscles across your chest engaged. Push a little bit more. Really try to compress that weight. You should feel all the muscles engaged across your chest, through your biceps, all the way down into the arms. Take your fingers, point them towards me. Different muscles now become engaged. Continue to push. Push those hands out towards me, still compressing. Different muscles now become engaged. Pull it back in. Fingers up. We're going to go up above our heads. Make sure you've got a good grip. We don't want to drop this on our heads. Push up, still squishing. Now feel your abs engaged, right? Everything should be engaged as you're trying to squish this weight. All the way back down. Let's go ahead and look under one arm. I'm going to drop it around. Let's do this side for 3, and then we'll do the other side for 3. 2, 3. Great way to open up the shoulders. Let's go the other direction. And bring that weight down to the front. Let's do our legs. We're going to start working our legs now. You don't have to put your hands here. If you're able to hold it, that kind of hurts me. And so I'm going to squish my legs, engaging my thighs, engaging my inside of my legs. I'm going to lift my legs up so that way my upper thighs are also being challenged. Squishing as much as I can. This is our thigh master, right? We all want to look like Suzanne Summers. Squish a little more. Can you lift those legs up a little higher? Still breathing. The rest of the body is relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Squish a little bit more. And rest those legs. And let's put this weight down. Good work. You guys are doing good. All right. I'm gonna sit at the edge of my chair. Let's get our legs moving. Our legs have been sitting still for way too long. Just lifting up the knees just a bit. As soon as my toes touch the ground, they bounce back up. Let's pick those knees up just a little bit. Let's kind of move faster. Tuck that ab in, relax the shoulders. Abs are nice and tight, and shoulders are relaxed. Still go faster. I'm gonna do this for another 5 seconds. Feel those legs warming up. And let's slow it down. Check your back, make sure it's nice and straight. Tuck that tailbone. And let's come to a stop. Nice. Let's go ahead and put our fingers on our shoulders here. We're going to lift that knee up, tap that opposite elbow back down. If lifting the leg is a little difficult today, just kind of lean. You can still visualize that energy coming together, right? You can feel or almost see yourself touching it, even if you're not. All right. If you're able to touch, bring them all the way up. Let's do 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4. Body's upright. 5, 6. Legs are lifting up. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, lift those arms out. Let's go all the way to our toes. 1, both sides. 2, head is up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm sliding. 9, 10. And rest. Whew, all right, good work. We'll come back to the edge of the chair here. We're going to do some leg lifts. So I want you at the very edge. And I'm just going to take my foot, lift it out, bring it back down. Looks simple, really simply. And so we're going to keep the back nice and straight, shoulders up, head up, just kick up, lower back down. Let's do the other side. We'll do this for 10, 2, 3, 4, back is straight, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So we don't want to start slouching, right? So the back is still nice and straight. We're going to lift both feet up this time. And so if you need to scoot back so that you can lift your feet up and not fall out of the chair. I'm still not holding on to anything, but I want your hands on your hips so that you can lengthen that spine. Roll those shoulders back. Keep the head up nice and tall. Let's lift those feet up for 10. 1, back down. Push through your heels. 2, push towards me. 3, through your heels. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. All right, let's pull those feet out. Push through the heels. We're going to count to 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to start riding a bike. 1. If you need to, go ahead and hang on. If you want to lean back, you can lean back. If you're starting to be fatigued, we're working the legs, but if the body's becoming fatigued, go ahead and lean back. If you want to challenge yourself, bring that body forward. And we're riding that bike. Working the core here, also working those thighs. And let's ride just a little faster. And slow it down. We're almost to the end here. And rest those legs. Go ahead and lean forward. That was really hard on the back. So go ahead and let the body lean forward. You can relax the shoulders, relax the head. Feel the lower back loosen up and let go. And bring yourself back up. Unless you rest too long, you guys are going to fall asleep. All right, let's pull those knees up just a little bit. I'm gonna put my energy on this side, and then I'm gonna put it on this side. And so I'm really pulling up so I can really feel my core working, but my legs are engaged too. So they're not raising up super tall. I don't know if you can see me on Zoom. Just up a little bit, right? And I'm gonna go from one side to the other, from one side to the other. And you can let those legs kind of move from one side to the other too. We're gonna do this for a count of 10. So lift those legs up, hands on one side. 1, 2, 3, I keep cycling. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way back to center. Woo, good job. Nice work. All right, let's do some deep stretching before we end this class. And I'm gonna have you take an ankle, put it up on your knee, lift that rib cage up, pull the shoulders up and back. Let's get that body in nice alignment first, nice and tall. This right here might be enough to feel that stretch in here. If you're able to, move at the hips, let the back stay straight. You're bending at the hips as you move forward. Don't let the back round, because then you're stretching and pulling on the back. The back is straight. This is a hip stretch. This is a hip opener. Really good to keep the hips nice and open, soft and pliable. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, soften the body just a bit. And bring yourself up. I'm going to do just a little resistance here. I want you to push on the leg, and the leg's going to push against you. Remember, this is a great way to open up the fascia. So we're loosening the fascia on the inside of the leg here. So I'm pushing, and my leg is resisting and coming back towards me. And this can be as difficult as much as you want to push. If today doesn't feel good, just lightly press against it. And we're going to switch. Now I'm going to go on the outside, and I'm going to pull that knee towards me, but the knee is going to push away. So now I'm stretching that fascia on the outside of the leg here. Be careful, is that the when you had surgery? Yeah. And let that leg cross. Nice. Lift that rib cage up. Let's do a spinal twist. Grab the chair, look behind you, engage your eyes. Look a little bit further. Feel the muscles around your eyes become stretched. Take both hands toward the back of the chair. And come back forward. Go ahead, uncross that leg. Oh, we didn't do the other side. Sorry, press that leg. Let's do the other direction. Sorry, we gotta be balanced here. So I start with one hand. If it feels good, go ahead and do both hands. Make sure you're engaging the eyes. Look a little further. And come back frontwards. Uncross that leg. So in here, it's okay. You can do weird googly eyes. We know what you're doing, right? So let's do the other side. Bring that ankle up. Lift that rib cage up. Shoulders roll back and soften. Relax the core. Back is nice and straight. Let's lean forward at the hips. Back is still straight. Moving at the hips. We're bending at the hips only. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Relax a little bit more. Sink down just a little deeper. If it hurts, if you feel some tightness, breathe into that space. Visualize that you can actually breathe into the hip. Exhaling out, relaxing the muscles just a little bit more. We'll bring our bodies upright. So we're going to do that fascia move again. You're going to push against the knee, and the knee is going to push against the hand. You should feel a little tension through here. I'm going to loosen up that tightness in there. Actually add some lubrication. You always make sure you drink lots of water, especially after a workout.
When I grab my foot, I can feel it too. You know, you can grab your foot right here.
And feel it inside the hips are tight because we sit way too much. Going to go to the outside of the leg. That leg is going to pull up, but you're going to push it away. There's a program that you can sign up for free on your email. It's called Daily Om, O-M. And go ahead and release. Go ahead and cross that leg. Let's do our spinal twist. Go ahead and look behind you. And you sign up and you get a daily email, which is inspirational. Something to put you in a nice frame of mind. Come back forward. They also have trainings, classes that you can take. Go the other direction. Remember to engage the eyes. And come back forward. Go ahead and unpress that leg. Let's go ahead and put our hands on our knees and let that belly rest between the legs just a bit. They have trainings that you can take and they give you an option. You can pay, I think, $15, $35, or $50 for a training. Same training, you get to choose your price. And they have trainings such as stretching, flexing. They have the fascia training. Right now, they also have one about the lore of bees, honeybees. I did one on tarot, like intuitive tarot. They have all kinds. Speaking, I did one on communication. Lots of good classes. Let's reach those hands all the way down to the ground now. But if you're looking to learn, that's a great access.
All day and look at that stuff.
Great resource. Well, but there's some movement ones so you can learn. So a lot of times some of the new things that I bring to you are from those classes that I take. And go ahead and bring your body upright. All right. Let's take a big stretch with the shoulders forward, up towards the ceiling, back, trying to touch those shoulder blades, trying to reach the ground, and back forward. Nice. Okay, we've done this move before. This is through Qigong. Usually we're standing and one foot's forward, but we can have both feet facing forward. Visualize you got this long t-shirt on, right? This long t-shirt, it's leaning over the legs, all the way down to your feet. Let's bend down, grab the edge. My hands are crossed. So I'm going to grab the edge of that t-shirt and I'm bringing my body up nice and gentle here. And I'm going to pull that t-shirt off. As I do, my arms open up, my chest opens up. Look up, let the head drop back. Feel the chest release. Now open your hands. Leave your hands behind you as you bring your body back forward. Turn the palms up, reach up towards the ceiling. Relax the body in this move. And reach back down, grab the edge of that t-shirt. Exhale out. Deep inhale in. Lifting up, pulling that t-shirt off. Exhale, let the head drop back. Inhale, lean the body forward, palms face up. Exhale, push those palms up. Inhale, reach down, grab the edge of the t-shirt. Exhale, arms come up, take that t-shirt off. Head falls back. And lift the head up, drop those hands down. And feel the body, feel nice and relaxed. Drop the shoulders, relax the belly. Deep breath in and out.